Late night lights, same old room. Two mics humming, talking too soon. Coffee cold, notes on the phone. Another week, here we go. Monday noise from the weekend games.
Welcome to the JS Sports Podcast. I'm James,
I'm Jackson.
and we're here coming to you just after an ice storm in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, that ice storm was crazy. But this episode is no different. We're going to start with a recap of the NFL games and awards, then do our own personal draft of the players from all-time Patriots and all-time Seahawks, then our game picks, and then finally we will end it with our sick outro.
Yes, Jackson, that sounds like a banger episode. Let's get right into it. First, recapping the NFL games. The Patriots beat the Broncos 10-7 in a crazy snow game. It was the Broncos' backup quarterback, Jared Stidham, that tried to will them back, but a crucial interception at the end made it impossible for them to come back.
Yeah, but the Seahawks game, 31-27, 4-point game, really close game. And Puka Nacua popped off that game. Puka Nacua had 165 receiving yards and 9 receptions for 1 TD.
While JSN had 153 receiving yards and a touchdown. Those are big numbers from probably the two best wide receivers of this past NFL year. But going back to the Broncos-Patriots game, the game started out cold, but it was like the field was green, it was good, and then as the game progressed, it looked frozen out there. It was snowing, and even when they were announcing the AFC champion at the end, Jim Nantz looked freezing. And along with the Seahawks beating the Rams 31-27, the Seahawks defense honestly didn't look as good as it has been against the 49ers. And I think their defense has to show up in order for a victory against the Patriots.
Yes, I agree. But I really think the Seahawks are going to get their defense steamrolling again for the Super Bowl.
One final note is that Drake May hurt his shoulder in the game, and even though he's expected to play on Sunday, it might be a little shaky because his running might be shaky and his passing because hurt shoulders can be difficult.
Yes. Now, let's move on to the awards.
Yes.
The MVP was Matthew Stafford of the Los Angeles Rams.
And the Offensive Player of the Year was Jackson Smith-Njigba, wide receiver of the Seahawks. The Defensive Player of the Year was Myles Garrett, who got the sack record for most sacks in a single season. And he's from the Browns.
The Offensive Rookie of the Year was Panthers wide receiver Tetairoa McMillan.
And the AP Comeback Player of the Year was Christian McCaffrey of the San Francisco 49ers.
The NFL AP Coach of the Year goes to former Titans coach, current Patriots coach, Mike Vrabel.
And the Defensive Rookie of the Year went to another Browns player, Carson Schlesinger.
The Walter Payton Man of the Year was Bobby Wagner.
And there are 5 new Hall of Fame inductees, starting with Larry Fitzgerald and Drew Brees headlining the class.
Following Luke Kuechly and Adam Vinatieri.
And finally, Roger Craig, who played in the 80s and 90s, just finally got inducted. Jackson, did you know he was the first one with 1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving yards in the same season?
I did not, James.
He also played for the 49ers. He must have been really good.
Yes, he must have. Now, let's move on to preview. Oh, now let's move on to our personal draft.
So how this draft is going to go is Jackson's going to take the first pick, and then I'm going to have 2 picks, and then he's going to have 2 picks, and then so forth. And the teams we're going to do are Patriots and Seahawks, all-time players. Doesn't matter if they play currently or they play right now. And there's going to be 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, a defensive player, and a kicker. Jackson, you're up first.
For my first overall pick in this draft, give me the GOAT, Tom Brady.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that pick. I'm not going to let you have Gronk and Tom, so give me Gronk as my tight end. And give me one of the best wide receivers, Steve Largent.
Good picks, James, but I got another one of the best wide receivers currently playing, Jackson Smith-Njigba.
You have 1 more pick, Jackson.
My defensive player, give me Bobby Wagner.
Both really solid picks, Jackson. Now I'm going to take my defensive player. It's probably the best one of Seahawks all time. Give me the lockdown cornerback, Richard Sherman.
For my running back, sorry. Again.
Actually, for my running back, I'm going to take Marshawn Lynch.
No, that's a horrible pick.
Beast mode.
Yeah. For my tight end, give me Jimmy Graham.
All right. And then what's your next pick?
For my next pick, for my running back, give me Stanley Morgan.
Who is Stanley Morgan, Jackson?
Stanley Morgan was a fantastic franchise leading for the New England Patriots. He had 10,352 yards in the postseason alone.
Did you say he was a quarterback or a running back?
Running back.
Just making sure. And then I'm going to take my kicker next. Adam Vinatieri, who was just inducted into the Hall of Fame and is clutch. I'm still up. And I'm going to take a wide receiver right now. So I don't have a quarterback. Jackson's already taken one, but we both need number 2 wide receivers. So my receiver...
Sorry, Stanley Morgan is a wide receiver.
Well, even more of an obvious pick. My wide receiver is going to be Julian Edelman. He made one of the best catches of all time in the Super Bowl against the Falcons. And I think he's the only route to go. Jackson, you have your running back and you have your kicker. Who you taking?
For my running back, give me Sam Cunningham, AFL MVP.
Who is Sam Cunningham?
The top all-time running backs for the New England Patriots include franchise leader Sam Cunningham, 5,453 yards.
Interesting. And then you just have your kicker. Who are you going to take? Since it's already taken his quarterback and it only has his kicker left, I'm going to take my quarterback right now. My dad won't be very happy about this, but give me Russell Wilson.
Horrible pick. Threw a pick against the Patriots at the goal line on a Super Bowl. For my kicker, give me Jason Myers.
Good pick with a big leg. All right, Jackson, tell us your team again.
My team is Tom Brady at the quarterback, Sam Cunningham at running back, JSN at wide receiver, at other wide receiver, Morgan, at my tight end, Jimmy Graham, at my defensive player, Bobby Wagner, at my kicker, Jason Myers.
And as for my team, my quarterback is Russell Wilson. My running back is Marshawn Lynch. My wide receiver is Steve Largent. My other wide receiver is Julian Edelman. My tight end is Rob Gronkowski. My defensive player is Richard Sherman. And my kicker is Adam Vinatieri. You know, Jackson, after I took Marshawn Lynch, you probably should have taken Sean Alexander, one of the MVPs in the league back in the 2000s. But we'll never know if he'd be good enough to win you a game. He'd be good enough to win you this draft. Now we need your help, folks. We need you guys to
comment down below in the comments to say who won, me, Jackson, or James.
Yes. Now let's go to our game preview.
But first, we will also be running this in a Madden game later on.
Yes, we will, Jackson. Now, let's go to the Super Bowl. Seahawks, Patriots.
Who will win?
Ba-ba-da-ba. And then, so as for the Seahawks-Patriots game, so the spread is currently at Seahawks favored by 4.5 points.
And the matchup predictor is favored by 19 points. 18.6 points.
To the Seahawks. As for the team's quarterbacks, Sam Darnold will lead the Seahawks and Drake May will lead the Patriots. Drake May this year has been excellent. 4,394 yards throwing, and he added 450 yards on the ground. He's been outstanding this year. He almost got MVP and was one first place vote away. So I think if this game came down to just the quarterbacks, the Patriots would win.
Yes, I agree, James. But if it comes down to the running backs, Kenneth Walker II will take Kenneth Walker III will take this game.
Really, Jackson? Trevion Henderson hasn't even played this whole year. He started out as the backup, but then Ramondre Stevenson really wasn't showing much, and he took over mid-year and has been outstanding ever since. So I think there will be more of a battle at that position than you think.
Yeah, but if you could put Kenneth Walker III in open field, he can get away quickly.
He can. He does have that speed. As for the wide receiver battle, the Patriots' leading receiver is veteran Stephon Diggs with 1,013 yards this year.
But on the other hand, Seahawks' number one wide receiver, Jackson Smith-Njigba, has 1,793 receiving yards.
Yes, JSN definitely wins that battle. Now, let's look at the team's defenses. The Seahawks defense, a.k.a. the dark side, is very good. Dominant interior presence on the line, dominant secondary, dominant linebacker core. It just keeps going and going and going. They're so good. I think that will be one of the biggest points of the game.
Yes, James, the Seahawks defense is practically unstoppable to most teams, especially the 49ers.
What about the Rams game, bud?
The Rams game was a close game, on the other hand.
Yes. As for the teams, the Seahawks offense is 9th in passing yards per game and 10th in rushing yards per game, while the Patriots defense gives up the 6th least rushing yards per game and 9th least passing yards per game. So, along with the Seahawks defense being really good, This Patriots defense also looks really good.
Yes, I agree with you, James.
Wow. Even though we said earlier that the Seahawks defense is so much better, I'm just looking at the stats right now, and even though they have the third best rushing defense in the league, their passing defense is 12th. That's above average. That's not bad at all. But for a team called the Dark Side and that is known for their dominant defense, that's not the best that they've had.
But this year, they have gotten lots of third down stops and interceptions.
Yes. As for the Patriots offense, their passing game leads them, having the fourth most yards per game, but their rushing offense isn't too far behind with the sixth most yards per game. And now, the game picks. Jackson, you're up first.
For the wonderful Super Bowl, I have to go to where the Pacific Northwest is. Give me the Seahawks.
So one thing we haven't talked about is the Super Bowl's in Santa Clara, the Niner Stadium. All I know is the Seahawks hate playing there. So that's something. But the Seahawks are just so good. I think they might be able to pull it out. They might. I don't really think so. Give me the Patriots to have another stud quarterback and go back into a dynasty without Belichick or Brady. Thank goodness those guys are gone.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to the JS Sports Podcast. I'm James.
I'm Jackson, and we're out. Peace!
Run it back. We're still here.